Hi everybody. Just connecting a few seconds or a few minutes early before today's class. We're going to do our regular buns and guns. So just making sure you've got an area set up. We don't go down on the floor. We don't do ab work here. We do ab work standing, sorry. We don't do ab work on the floor. So we'll wait another minute or so to get started and wait until I see some people joining in. I think I see a few other people connected. I don't see names yet, so they're not flying up on my screen. Making sure you've got hand weights, whether it's dumbbells. There's Kelly. Hey, how are you? Dumbbells, water bottles. If you saw me doing yesterday's class for Lindsay, I actually had bottles in my hands, but they weren't water bottles. So improvise if you need to. So I don't know what you have at your disposal. So trying to get something that's a little heavier in our hands and maybe different weights. So you might have tin cans. You might have, if you have something with small laundry detergent containers maybe. So hi Lori, hi Cecile. So we're going to get ready to go in a few seconds. So glasses off so I can see you from far away. And we'll get ready with an inhale up and a big exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale out. Do one more. Try and reach nice and tall. Up. And shake it out. So I've got something above me here I have to be aware of when I reach up. Make sure that you are aware of what's around you. We're just going to take it to a very light jog to start. Shake out your hands. Shake them out in front. Wiggle the fingers. Come down to your side. And start to do some shoulder rolls. Elbows up a bit higher. Taking it into a full roll with the arm. Again, I'm checking above me. And shake it out again. And let's do that in the opposite direction. So start with shoulders first, forward. Elbows a little higher. And again, you're walking or in a slight jog. And now it's a full roll forward. Excellent. Shake it out and take that jog to a little higher intensity. So going into our warm-up, we're going to jog, we're going to do some jacks, maybe some skipping, and some squats. A little bit longer here. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and into jacks. So try to do full range with your hands, landing softly on your feet, knees stay slightly bent. You can alternate your arms forward and up. You can alternate your legs side to side. So you choose your intensity. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing in our squat position. Feet in the number 11 underneath your hips. As you squat, sink down and push the hips back behind you. Arms out in front, counterbalance. Squeeze up, glutes, inner thighs. Still warming up. Gonna do 2 more sets through. So making sure that you modify and go into it carefully. And give me 1 more squat. And let's jog it out again. Next time, instead of jacks, we're going to do some skipping. So right now we're jogging. I'm going to start bringing my heels up behind me, just to give it a little different. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So just pretending You can move your arms like you've got that skipping rope. You can go side to side. If you don't like it, you can just do a heel out front. So again, still options. 3, 2, 1, and here we go, into those squats again. Maybe it's a little deeper, starting to warm up, still pressing those hips back, dig in those heels so those toes start to rise. Squeeze when you stand up. Squeeze when you stand up. There you go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Last jog. Bring the knees up front. Try it. If you don't like it, go back to your version of jogging. See how long you can do it. Core is tight. We're bringing the knees forward. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Last set. So you skip or jog, your choice. And again, you can do side to side jacks if you're doing skipping. You can do heels out, your choice. About 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set of squats. Sit back. Sit back and squeeze up. And up. Good. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Knees together. Squeeze the glutes. You got it. Got about 10 more seconds. Good. Down, squeeze up. Good. I'm feeling nice and warm. Hopefully you are too. Give me 2 more here. And 1 more. Excellent. Grab a drink anytime you need to. I'm going to grab slightly heavier weights. Our first set is going to be some front lunges with bicep curls. So we're a little stronger in our arms with bicep curls. So feel free to go a little heavier, but adjust as you need to. So on one side, we step forward. We bring it back. Stay on one side. Forward, bring it back. When you're ready, adding bicep curl. Bicep curl. Notice we're not going quickly. So it's about coming down, pausing, pushing back. Pause, squeeze back together. Pause, squeeze back together. When we go slower, we can actually try to go heavier with the weights because we've got it at a controlled pace. Good. Pause, squeeze back. Pause, squeeze back. Good. Give me 2 more. Here's 2. Last 1. Good. Shake it out. I'm going to turn the other side. You don't have to. Just make sure the second side is going forward. So get the legs first. Step forward, squeeze back. Forward, little pause, squeeze back. Make sure the front knee doesn't go over your toe. This time with the arms. Now here's always an option, is just keep the arms hanging down. Or you can go to hammer curls. Back, up, back. We're still doing a little pause, then a squeeze back together. Pause, squeeze back together. Good. Don't hold your breath. Don't clench your jaw. Good stuff. Legs are really working here, pushing back up. 4, squeeze together. 3, squeeze. 2, perfect. Yes, good. I'm going a little lighter. We're going to go into a wide squat. Start legs first always.
Make sure your form is good before you start adding any weights. It's all about form. So I've got a wide leg squat. When I get to my lowest position, my knees are still behind my toes, my chest stays up. On those legs, squeeze the inner thighs and glutes, up. Now we're gonna add alternating arms. Front lift, down, front lift, down. Those of you that are used to doing the classes back at the gyms, we would be going quite a bit faster to stay with the speed of the music. And then you've heard me say it's always better to go slower. So these classes with no music has really given everyone the opportunity to focus a whole lot more on form. Going nice and slow. Good, squeeze up. Yes. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Turning again to your left, my left. And we're gonna just go into a knee dip. Now we were doing those front lunges. We've already worked this part of the leg a lot, so they don't have to be really deep. And we're gonna just lift one arm to the front, front and down, shoulder height only, lift, back. Can you take the time to press slightly beyond your hips to the back? Press back, core tight. 4, 3, 2, good. Bring it back to center, get in position, knees and toes, then add the arms. Lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift. Lower down just as slowly as you're lifting up. Good, control, yes. Feel the work, legs and arms. 4, 3, keep the core tight, just up. Last one, turn to your second side. And again, it's just a tiny little knee dip because you may have had enough already. We've already done this move. So maybe it's no thanks, Laurel. Maybe I'm only gonna do the arm. Your choice. You could always go into a closed leg squat as well. So I could do this, just doing a squat. There's always different options. Good, that's 4. 3, slow, slow. 2, last one. Okay, I'm going to slightly heavier again. I have a kettlebell at my disposal, but you can still hang on to a hand weight. What we're gonna do is the weight, whatever hand it's in, the same leg on that side is going to go slightly behind you without turning your hip like this. We're going to keep the hips flat towards the floor, and we're going to just let the weight pull us down, but we resist. Good. My other hand is out, helping with balance. So I don't want to cut off my leg as I turn slightly. Core, ooh, core. How about that standing leg, soft knee? It's the one that's doing the work. Nice and slow. And if you've got heavier weights, by all means go slower. So there is no music, there is no pace. It's all up to you. If you need to touch down like I just did, that's okay. Give me 1 more. Perfect. Excellent. Wow. That really works, that standing leg, eh? Here we go, second side. So, soft knee, standing leg. We start to lean and lift the leg back behind us. So the weight is in, right now, my left hand, and my left leg is going up. So, this might feel a little bit like that pendulum move. Notice we're not bringing the leg forward. We just bring it so it stands alongside the supporting leg. Touch down anytime you need to. Try to keep shoulders, hips level with the floor. Down. Squeeze out. Go at your pace. I suggest no faster than this. Even if you don't have weights in your hand, you can squeeze, use your imagination. If That heavy weights go a lot slower. And I keep talking and I forget my count. Let's do 2 more. And let's do 1 more. Oh, I love the way that one feels. Good stuff. All right. Into our squat push, squat stand, and our over row. So again, feet under our hips. It's about form first. So as we go into a squat, we push the hips back, we keep the chest up, and at our lowest point, our toes start to lift. Then we add arms, shoulder, press, shoulder, stand, shoulder, press, never going perfectly straight. Always slightly forward so your eyes see the weights at all times. Squeeze the legs here and here. It's glutes and inner thighs. Tight core. Squeeze up. One more time. Push up. Good. Little rest if you need it. Then land your feet back in that 11 position. Slight bend in the knees. We hinge from the hips, flat back. Extend the arms. Row. Extend. Deadlift. Over. Row. Extend. Squeeze up. Deadlift. Over. Row. Squeeze up. Give those buns a huge squeeze. And up. And again, the heavier your weights, the slower you're going. Even if you have no weights. I want you to use your imagination. Squeeze as though you've got tons of weight in your hands. Keep that back flat. Give me 2 more. 2. Give me 1 more. Good stuff. Okay, we're not going to do the combined. We're going to switch. Next one is our lunge. So our lunge to the side. We come back into center. And if you choose, you can lift the arm and lift the knee. So starting with form first. Just get used to the lunge. When we step out, we're not driving the knee over the toe. It still stays behind the toe. When we step back in together, big squeeze. Notice, you can get a big workout here without the arms. Squeeze in, out. Now we're going to add the arms. Down to the foot, up to the ceiling. Down to the foot, maybe you slow down, that's okay. We don't want to go through it fast and potentially introduce injury. Slow and controlled. Next level if you want, lift up the knee. You guys know all about that imaginary string, right? Abs pull first, pulls the string, string pulls the knee. Yes, up, 4, lift, 3, lift, 2, 1 more. Excellent. Little walkout. Maybe shift a little bit to one side as we take our lunge. Onto the second side, legs first. Get your position correct. Even on your standing leg, make sure we don't do a weird twist on that standing leg when we go into our lunge. Squeeze back in together. When you're ready, adding the arm, and if you want to, add the knee. Down, add the knee. Down, add the knee. Pull that string, squeeze the legs. Core is tight. Good. Oh yeah, keep breathing. Always forget, keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Don't clench your jaw. Good, good. 4, 3, 2. Excellent. Good stuff. Alrighty. Bring those feet, number 11. Bend the knees. And just a slight hinge forward. Again, it's from the hips. It's not from the shoulder. So it's the hips with the flat back. We're gonna bring our elbows high. And then squeeze the chicken wings in so you feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. Press back. Press back. Press back. Want to do something with the legs? Back and in. Alternating. Step back. Not really a lunge, but just taking one foot off the ground adds a little bit of stability work. Good, feeling it in the back of the upper arm. 8, 7, 6, tighten the core. Keep the chest open. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good stuff. Stay in here, and I'm gonna put my palms facing up. Don't put a death grip on those weights. Keep it safe, but don't squeeze the heck out of them. Okay, we're gonna do that touch back. Touch back, lean a bit more. Now we wanna keep our shoulders steady as we start to lift the leg, and it becomes more of a squeeze up behind us. Squeeze up, squeeze up. Adding more intensity if you want. In the middle, do that little load. I call it load the leg, press up. Load the leg, press up. Don't drive your knees forward. Still going into a squat, knees behind your toes. What are you doing with the hands? They can go out, out, counterbalance to the legs, out. Keep them low, belly level, out, out. Squeeze, yes, out. Add more intensity in your mind. Squeeze harder. Hang in there for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Oh, good job. Way to go. We're gonna hang on to these weights. Feel free to go a little heavier, which I think I'm going to. I'm actually gonna sneak a drink right now too, so go ahead. You won't hear me talking for at least 5 seconds. All right. So slightly heavier weights in our hands. And my feet are in the number 11, knees slightly bent. And I do a little bit of a pelvic press forward. My hip bones forward. So the hip bones at my side, it's about my hip sockets. Pressing forward. Slight bend in the elbows. I lean down for 2. Back up for 2. Down for 2. Back up for 2. Same concept here. Going slower is better. You want heavier weights? Don't try to keep up with me. Go even slower. Notice how this works the side of the waist. Taking the hand away from your body when it's at its lowest point adds more intensity, not speed. It's going away from center line. That's what makes it harder. Yes, out. Good, couple more. Out. 1 more. Good, good, good. All right. We're gonna go. I'm just gonna rest my one arm here on my thigh. It can hang on to the weight, it can let it go. And I'm gonna bring a hand down and an elbow up, and as I bring it up, I brush the upper body with the arm. That's how close it stays. Hand down, elbow up. Hand down, elbow up. So again, if I'm not looking at you, I'm trying to keep my shoulders level with the floor and my hips. If I turn to look at you, I'll automatically open up, and I don't want to do that. I'm going to do a roll. Back foot. So I roll onto the ball of my foot, and then I press the heel down. I'm going to move that leg towards center of the picture so you can see roll in, press back. Roll in, press back. Press back. Core tight. Give me 2 more. Give me 1 more. Good. Walk it out. Second side, get into position. Lean slightly forward. Square your shoulders and hips to the floor. Lean forward from the hips. When you bring the elbow up, squeeze against your upper body. Keep that arm close. And up, down, and up. Now add the rolling foot, back leg. So, roll on the ball, press the heel. On the ball, press the heel. There you go. If it feels weird, you don't want to do it, that's okay. You can always switch to doing a squat or something here. Maybe you love all those knee dips we're doing. Feel free. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good stuff. I'm going lighter again. This is our last squat. Again, I'm going wide. Keep the chest up and just down and up. Down, squeeze up. Down, squeeze up. Bringing my arms out, palms up. Slight bend in the elbows at all times. Start to curl in. In. When you go out with the arms, you don't go perfectly straight. Keep it slow. On the legs, we're focused on squeezing, inner thighs, glutes. Chest nice and high. Good stuff. And out. 2 more. 1 more. Keep the legs going. Give the arms a break. If you need to give the legs a break, go ahead. If you can keep them going, that's okay. Now, elbows up. And we bring it in, out. So I'm going to change my hands a little bit. Palms face in and out. In and out. Trying to relax your shoulders. In and out. We're not going to do the tricep. Yay! 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. Good job, guys. Another drink. And going into some of our standing ab work. Still hanging on to those weights if you choose. So, choose one leg to stand on. If you always start on one side, switch to go on to the side that feels weird to start with. Okay? It may affect your balance, but that's okay. We just want to make sure we do even training. So our standing leg is soft. We start to lift that knee, and I'm going at a slow pace. So if you wanted to count, it's up for 2, down for 2. Up for 2, down for 2. Weights in our hands. If you want, option to start doing a rotation over that lifting thigh. Bring it back. Second option, if you want, when the leg goes down, you lift out to the side. So up and over, down and lift. Up, rotate over, leg down, lift to the side. I'm leaning a bit, I don't want to. That was a balance correction. I wanted to try and stay straight up. If you do correct balance, you lock the knee, make sure you soften it again. This is our last one. Over, squeeze. Let's go. Second side. When you're ready, lift for 2, down for 2. Squeeze the abs, pull that string, then pull up the knee. When you're ready, add rotation. Optional. And you can lift the leg to the side. If it's also something you want to try, you're used to trying, good. Remember, every additional move that takes you away from center is a balance challenge. So, a little bit of core work. Yes. 2 more. That's 1. Squeeze. And this is 2. Good. Let's put those weights down. Stand on that first leg again. Single knee lift. Not fast, but we're just going up and down. I want you to turn it into a bicycle, but backwards. Backwards bicycle with the arms going backwards as well. So again, we're on that standing leg. You should be on the first side again. We got to switch back and forth. Give those legs a rest. The backwards bicycle makes our brain work a bit more with us. 2 more. Last one. Good. Second side. Just lifting down. Lifting down. When you're ready, it's a backwards bicycle. Backwards. Realize that when you don't think about it, you may suddenly find yourself going forwards again, just out of habit. Done that many times. Back, legs and arms. Touch if you need to. and 4, 3. Whoops, see? I just started going forwards. Yes, just to prove it. Bring those legs down. Inhale up. Shake it out. And up. Shake it out. Good job. Let's bring those hands together up top. Reach away from your hips. Stretch through the upper body. If you need to keep walking, go ahead. If you're okay to keep those legs still, you're going to keep the knees slightly bent. We're going to bring the hands in front. You're looking at your palms, thumbs pointing up, and just stretch away. Stretch away. Feel the stretch in the neck, upper back. Bring that down. Shake it out. Do that again. Reach up. Grab on. Reach from, off of your hips through upper body. Now flip your hands. Palms up to the ceiling. They face away from you as you come down. Palms facing down. Now lead with the heel of each palm and feel more of a stretch through the arms. Maybe just a little walk or sway back and forth. Shake it out. Tricep stretch. Elbow by your ear. Free hand is just supporting, not pushing, not pulling. Bring it out. Other side. Maybe your heart rate is still up. That's why I like to just shuffle around a little bit. Excellent. Stretching the legs, doing a nice long stride. Just check your toes and make sure they're both pointing in the same direction. Land your hands on your front thigh. Bend your back knee slightly as you press the back foot. Try to dig that back heel into the floor without straightening the back leg. All right. There we go. And then we come out of that stretch, we bring the shoulders back, we come up onto the ball of our back foot, press your hips forward. Get a little stretch through the hip flexor. Bring that foot right in. It's about halfway back. So maybe the toe is matched with your heel of your front foot. Hands go on your back thigh, you sit back, you keep the chest up, core tight, soft knee on the front leg as you lift the toe back towards your nose and feel a stretch. Glutes, hamstring, calf. You can also pretend you're pressing against something with your hand and it kind of helps you sit back a little bit more, intensify the stretch. Slowly roll up. Let's switch to the other side. So I'm not going to turn, I'm just going to do the whole stretch. Second side of my body, but you can see what it looks like. So we've got nice long stride. We've got toes both going in the same direction forward. Slight bend in the back knee. Press the heel down on the back foot. Just a couple seconds. Shoulders back. Up onto the ball of your foot. Tuck and roll. Feel a stretch through the hip flexor. Back leg. Bring that foot in about halfway. Hands on the back leg. Sit it back as though you're going into that squat position, but you've left your front leg out. You're pivoting onto your heel. Your knee is soft, your core is tight, your chest is up. You can also pretend you're pressing against something. And then maybe try to sit down a bit more. Slowly roll it up. Quad stretch, last one. Lean against something if you want to do this without balancing and you just want to focus on the stretch. So I've got my foot in my hand, standing knee soft, pressing my hips forward, squeezing my glutes, stretching the quads, front of the thigh. Bring it down, other side. Focusing on one spot with your eyes helps with your balance. Or even just touching something. You don't even have to hang on. You don't even have to have support. Just touching something can help. Excellent. Bring it down. Deep breath in. Let's do 3 of these. 1. Let it go. 2. Let it go. And 3. Up, up, up. And thanks all. See ya.